Do you ever read one of those books where when things come together you're like, gasp, I gasp, like how did I not? So I'm doing The Divide by Jeremy Robinson. It's performed by Christa Lewis. Well, I say I'm doing it, I finished it now. This is one of the few Jeremy Robinson books that I hadn't read or listened to because it just came out at a time when my life was just, it wasn't happening. So finally dived in, and this was so much fun. So we have The Divide, and the divide shall never be crossed until it is crossed. And, you know, we have them kind of on this side, they're going back to basics. There's no fire, there's no cooking, there's treating people in certain ways. Kelly does not approve. And it's where we really meet our heroine of the story, and she is not being treated well, and she has a child, a grown adult child, who has joined the modernists, who are going to ruin everything. And so the plan is to go and them all. And of course, this is her son. She knows if her husband does it, it will not be smooth sailing. He is not his father, by the way. It will not be, you know, a quick, easy death. So she makes the decision that she will go and do it herself. And she gets there and things happen and she is basically kidnapped. But through that, they cross the divide and she really starts to understand where they are coming from, because she realises she's not been given all the information. She's only been given the information they wanted her to have, and or want everybody to have, to keep them in line, right? And so we see her open up more, make connections. We see her re-establish a relationship with her son, who, you know, is like, it's cool, Ma, I get it. And of course we have the Goliaths, who were in, I believe, the new Nemesis book, if memory serves, and we know my memory shit these days. So we have them as well, and of course if you've done that book then you know what it's all about, but if you don't, then you really find that out in this book, and it's like, So I knew going in that this was kind of, you know, alternate dimension, because Jeremy had already like brought in the concept. Was it Project Legion, I think, where that came to be. It might have been Hyperion, but one of them. So we already knew that was the case, and there were other people that were the characters that we know and love. But it didn't, and I knew they were connected to this book in some way, but I still did not. So even when there's a sign, their name on the sign, and then a figure starts climbing down, and I know exactly. And then we're like, oh, and then the connection of where the other side of the divide and what that is called. And through all this, they have been like following the guidelines of this guy who, I think it's because I was listening, so maybe it was because it was spelled different in my mind, I don't know. And it isn't until they're like kind of, they're dealing with things, and he gives his login. No, why? I was like, oh my god, brilliant. And that's when you're like, oh, the way Jeremy makes you feel for characters and brings in like these kind of Easter eggs, these alternate universes where they're characters that you know and love, but what has happened. And I thought the epilogue was fantastic because we kind of see their getting to another part. I mean, I would have really liked if the 5 had been reconnected, but totally understand that, you know, that probably would have been too much. But love that we got to see that they were getting to the other and making that connection. And the other 4. What? Can killing not count? I don't know. But it's a lot of fun, which, listen, every Jeremy book is a lot of fun. If you were looking for a good time, some monsters, some of them human, some of them not, struggles and overcoming those struggles, emotional connections to the characters, you can't go wrong with a Jeremy book, and this one was absolutely fantastic. You should definitely go check it out.